What secrets lie behind the sudden and shocking act of an eagle snatching a little boy from his garden? A sunny day, Tom, Carla, and their little son Ralph were hanging out in their garden. It was a rare moment of peace for them, with Tom having a bit of time off from his busy schedule. They were all just relaxing on the grass, enjoying some snacks and drinks, while Ralph toddled around exploring the flowers. But then, out of nowhere, something terrifying happened. A giant eagle came out of the sky and snatched up Ralph with its big claws. Tom and Carlo were shocked and scared, frozen for a moment as they watched their baby boy being carried away. They immediately sprang into action, running as fast as they could after the eagle. Tom and Carlo were terrified, thinking about what might happen to Ralph if they didn't catch up to the eagle in time. They had to save him, no matter what. But as they chased the eagle, something strange dawned on them. They recognized this eagle. It was one they had met before, under some very weird circumstances. Why would this familiar eagle do something so scary? Tom's mind raced with worry and confusion as they pursued the bird. The chase led them to the edge of their garden, where the eagle did something unexpected. Instead of flying away with Ralph, it gently set him down next to Carla before landing nearby. Tom and Carlo were relieved beyond words, but they were also puzzled. Why had the eagle taken Ralph in the first place? As they hugged Ralph tightly, trying to calm him down, they realized something important. The eagle hadn't grabbed Ralph to hurt him. It had done it to protect him. But from what? Suddenly, their peaceful day had turned into a mystery they couldn't solve. What danger had threatened their son? And why had this eagle, who they thought they knew, come to his rescue in such a dramatic way? It was a scary and confusing situation, but Tom and Carla knew they had to find out the truth. Little did they know, their journey to uncover the mystery behind the eagle's surprising rescue was just beginning. Okay, so after the eagle put Ralph down safely, Tom and Carla were relieved but still super confused. Why had the eagle grabbed Ralph like that? It didn't make sense. They knew this eagle, or at least they thought they did. But it seemed like there was more to this story than they realized. As they sat with Ralph, trying to calm him down, they noticed something strange. He wasn't crying or upset like you'd expect after being grabbed by a big bird. He was just kinda shocked, like he didn't understand what had just happened. But then, something even weirder happened. Instead of flying away, the eagle sort of hung around. It landed nearby and just watched them like it was waiting for something. Tom and Carla couldn't figure it out. Why was the eagle sticking around? And what did it want? Suddenly, Ralph started making this hissing noise. It was strange, but Tom had a hunch. He remembered something from when they first moved to the ranch. There was this big snake that lived near the garden. It was really dangerous, especially for little kids like Ralph. Tom looked around and sure enough, there it was. The snake was hiding in the grass, right where Ralph had been playing. If the eagle hadn't grabbed Ralph when it did, who knows what could have happened? The snake might have bitten him. Tom and Carla quickly grabbed Ralph and checked him over. Miraculously, he didn't have a scratch on him. His clothes were all torn up from the eagle's claws, but other than that, he was fine. It was a huge relief for Tom and Carla, but they knew they owed a lot to that eagle. So, they decided to check on the eagle. Turns out, it was hurt pretty bad. Its claws were all messed up from grabbing Ralph, and it couldn't even close them properly. Tom couldn't just leave it like that. He had to help. Surprisingly, the eagle didn't try to attack when Tom approached. It almost seemed like it understood that Tom was trying to help. With some careful coaxing, Tom managed to pick up the eagle and take it back to their house. They called the vet, who came over right away. He fixed up the eagle's claws as best as he could, but it was still gonna take some time for them to heal. The vet said they'd have to keep an eye on the eagle and make sure it didn't get any worse. So, Tom and Carla made a little home for the eagle in their garden. They gave it food and water, and they even built it a nest to sleep in. They wanted to make sure the eagle felt safe and comfortable while it recovered. And you know what? The eagle seemed to like it there. It stayed in their garden for a while, just chilling in its nest and watching over them. It was kinda like having a guardian angel watching out for them from above. But eventually, the eagle started getting better. Its claws healed up, and it was able to fly again. Tom and Carla knew it was time to let it go. They opened up the garden gate and watched as the eagle spread its wings and soared off into the sky. It was a bittersweet moment for Tom and Carla. They were sad to see the eagle go, but they were also happy knowing that they had helped it when it needed them most. And who knows? Maybe the eagle would come back someday to visit. So, with the eagle gone and Ralph safe and sound, Tom and Carla went back to their normal lives. But they would never forget the day when a mysterious eagle swooped in and saved the day. It was a story they would tell for years to come. After the eagle flew away, Tom and Carla thought that was the end of the story. But they were wrong. A few days later, they heard a familiar sound outside their house. When they went to look, guess who it was? Yep, it was the eagle. It had come back to visit them. It perched up in the trees, watching them with its big, bright eyes. Tom and Carla couldn't believe it. It was like the eagle had become a part of their family. So, they decided to do something special for their new friend. They built a nest for the eagle up in the trees, where it could sleep and rest whenever it wanted. They even put some soft leaves and branches inside to make it comfy. The eagle seemed to like the nest. It spent a lot of time up there, just hanging out and enjoying the view. Tom and Carla were happy knowing that they had helped the eagle find a safe place to call home. And the story doesn't end there. Remember how Tom and Carla were going to have a baby? Well, guess what? Their baby was born, and they named him Ralph, just like their little boy who was saved by the eagle. When Ralph was old enough, Tom and Carla took him outside to play in the garden. And you know who was watching over them from above? Yep, it was the eagle. It seemed like it had taken on the role of Ralph's guardian, making sure he stayed safe while he played. As Ralph grew older, he loved spending time outside with his family. He would run around the garden, chasing butterflies and picking flowers. And now and then, he would look up at the sky and wave to the eagle, who was always there, keeping watch over him. Tom and Carla were grateful for the eagle's presence. It was like having a special friend who looked out for them no matter what. And even though they didn't know why the eagle had chosen them, they were glad it had. So, as the sun set on another beautiful day at the ranch, Tom, Carla, and Ralph sat together in their garden, surrounded by the sights and sounds of nature. And high above them, the eagle soared through the sky, a silent guardian watching over its newfound family. And there you have it, the incredible story of how a mysterious eagle saved the day and became a part of Tom and Carla's lives forever. It just goes to show that sometimes, the most unexpected friendships can be the most magical of all.